Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Of course, let's make it a great week. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. To master love, you have to practice love. The art of a relationship is as a whole mastery. And the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action. It is not about attaining knowledge. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 33, NASDAQ up 3, S&P's off $1.50. Gold contract down $6.10, trading out at $1,666 an ounce. Silver up 11 cents at $30.74 an ounce. Platinum off 6 at $1,543 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.47 a pound. Light sweet crude down 59 cents, trading out at $95.59 a barrel. Bonds up 16 ticks at 148.28. King dollar up 10 ticks at 81.71. We're going to have to need some strength in King dollar. It did reject lower price last week. We haven't had conviction on the move up yet. On bonds, we have had conviction on the way up. Bonds last week, folks, had got into their lower price point, rejected it, had dramatically lighter volume, and took off with conviction topside. Euro down 15 ticks, trading out at 124.97. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, what you have is this, folks. We got over the high of like the last 3 days of last week, closed underneath it. You did all 500 million shares. Bottom line, there's absolutely no juice at these highs. This market wants to, well, first off, it had failed on the weeklies last week, failed on the dailies today. Bottom line, the market wants to go south. Now that in their so that's your S&P. Let's go over to the Dow Industrials. Look at the Dow for a second. So what are the Dow also in harmony? What it did is this. There she is. Dow gets over the highs of last Thursday, Friday, closed underneath them, has lighter volume. You're at 13,124. That is basically not only has got in the low, this not the lower range, but there's about three ranges coming off, price ranges. This is coming off the lows of June from 12,000. We're at 13,124. But the way this is set up right now is that, okay, Dow wants to run into 12,778. NASDAQ Composite. Now, the Composite, we did 1.4 billion shares, 1.374, but I bet it's 1.4 by the time I look at it right now. Okay, so what does the Composite do? CCMP. Composite closes out at 3073. That also got over the highs of last week, closed underneath them. Now, the Composite is still in a higher range. Now, the amazing part, though, is this. Okay, well, it's certainly in a lower range in the context of, you know, we got to that 3085 once again, which was the high that was generated on the 1st of May, but bottom line couldn't handle it. Closed at 3073. Now, that's not, you know, we're up $3. The amazing part, though, that is this, is that weight-wise inside the Composite, you had Apple won the patent case against Samsung. Apple traded as high as $17, up 17, 680. It closed up 12.42 at 675. And in that aspect there, you're still at highs, period, okay? But in that aspect also, this is what the absolute mind blower is that with as much weighting structure as Apple has, not only in the NDX 100, but the Composite, well, you know what? It couldn't move. And what was that all about? Well, what that was all about is this. Inside the NDX 100, folks, putting juice into it, you had RIM, F5, Apple, and Autodesk. And Autodesk, for sure, well, RIM's done. Autodesk was a dead cat bounce. But you had more taken out of it than it was going into it. You had Electronic Arts, Maximum Technology, Sears, and let's see, who's WC, and Warner Chilcott taken out of it. So bottom line is that even with Apple at highs, pushing huge amounts of weighting structure into it. NASDAQ still couldn't hold it. Now, let's go over to the bonds. What do you have with bonds? Well, bonds last week, folks, had come off the low with conviction. We are at 148.28 right now. You did 248,000 contracts. This looks like it's building a little cause, setting up a little ABC structure on the way up. So we'll see how we get into and go after the 149.08, because the 149.08 to 152 is going to be hard to break the first time up. The reason being is that that's when we came off those highs, and we came off those highs, you know, with some juice on the way down. We came off those highs with 533,000 contracts. So as we go into them, it's going to be just the opposite. As you get into them, it's going to need some cause, it's going to need some wide price spread, accelerated volume to basically get up into those highs. Now, the dollar index, we go look at the dollar index. The dollar index, bottom line, had rejected lower price last week on the daily, on the weekly. The way that the dollar looks to me to be set up right now is I suspect we're going to get a move tomorrow, and this is why. The dollar got to a price point, folks, of 81.22, which was last Thursday. Rejected that price. That was going against the swing point, going all the way over to June 19th. And we had done that, by the way, with 22,000 contracts versus 34,000 contracts. So it did it, you know, what, two-thirds of the volume, which is beautiful. So it was one-third shot. Now, what we haven't done is that we haven't got any conviction on the move up. But the way this is sitting here today, the way it actually sat right inside this bar, it's like, okay, man, now the move wants to go, it looks to me like about 82.10. Now, that move there would, you know, we'll see if we can, what will happen at that particular point. The reason being is that what you have is this. When the bonds, what the bonds had done is broken their whole downtrend. The dollar hasn't broken the downtrend yet that was established since the highs of that July 24th time frame. Gold contract. Let's go over and take a look at gold. What we had with gold is this. Gold is 73,000 contracts today. Not enough contracts. Friday, you know, was a good day. Bottom line is that in gold today, what happened is that you got to the 1679 area. That 1679 was basically going after a swing point. Pull back. You only did 73,000 contracts. You know, that's not enough to get up into new highs. What we do have is that inside the XAU and HUI, you get some divergence, and pretty large divergence. What the divergence is this, folks, is that the XAU is actually stronger than the HUI on the daily, on the weekly. You don't want to see that happen. The reason being is that they all should be in harmony. So my take, larger take, is that now they want to back down to the other side of the consolidation that they've been in. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market. We had Sprint Nextel down 7 cents, that is. Cisco was up 16 cents. You had Hewlett Packard down 37. Man, that just won't stop going down. That's pretty amazing. Eli Lilly was up 73 cents. We had Marvell down 8. Facebook is down 26. Facebook's done. Zinger's done. Groupon's done. You talk about taking people to the cleaners, man. They took them to the cleaners, and they took them to the cleaners big time. Pretty amazing, actually. Let's go take a look at Hewlett Packard for a second. So Hewlett Packard, oh man, this is trouble in paradise too. So check it out. Hewlett Packard, folks, closed at 1721. Unreal. Broke the B point. See, this was hammering into the B point last Thursday. It broke it now, and it did break it with 27 million versus 31, so that's a toss-up. But you know what? On the weekly, it's dramatic. I mean, it's dramatic. So this baby, this is pretty amazing, actually. Hewlett Packard, wow, forget it, man. This has been going straight down since $50. If I bring this back actually further. So Hewlett Packard's at 1721. It's on its way now. 1608. This baby's on its way to $10. You get $10. You get well, you get $16.50 first, but $10 is sitting out there in spades. Pretty amazing. Dell looks like they have the same problems. You know, Hewlett Packard has more going for it than Dell, but Dell's at $11, and you bring this baby back, And Dell's on its way down to 784. Break 784. Man, oh man. You stay right there, folks. I'll come right back.